afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Susie Q Stamping 3 on Thursday for June 2023. It's very exciting today. We've got some new things coming out. My name is Sue Sanders, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I live between Eldon and Lake Ozark, Missouri. The tourist place, yay! Last weekend was Memorial Day, so that officially opened up our season for the tourist. I personally stayed home all weekend. I did some stamping, I did some outside yard work, and all that fun stuff. So let's get into some things. July 6th, mark your calendars because there's going to be some new online exclusive products offered on July 6th. So mark your calendar so that you don't forget. These are while the supply lasts, so I don't know how long they will be available. But here is just a short synopsis of what is going to be coming out. So there's going to be a horse and sleigh stamp set along with the die set. Looks like there's going to be some pretty Christmas paper and some stars. Then a fall set with some flowers and things. So that's kind of exciting. So remember, just mark your calendars. Also today, June 1st through June 30th, we have the Designer Series paper sale. So you have everything on the paper share is 15% off, and that includes all of the regular packs of the Designer Series paper that is in the current catalog. Okay, it does not include the specialty paper, just the regular papers that you can find. And it also includes that Hello Irresistible, which is an online exclusive. So that's a great buy there. All right. Hello, Cherie. Welcome today. So glad that you made it. I am going to wait just a few minutes and get hopefully some more people to join us. While we do that, I'm going to show the cards that we made last week. So this was our swing card that we made. And that was using the bubble bath. Bubble bath. I want to call it bubble gum sometimes. And then here was the fun fold that we were using on the porch. No, what's it called? Lazy Days. And then hi, Terry. How are you? And Beverly, thanks for joining in today. And then here's my all-time favorite was my never-ending card using the outer space set. So I just love this card. I could sit and play with it forever. Unfortunately, I have to give this up. And the winner of these 3 cards is Cindy McGee. And unfortunately, Cindy McGee has a standing appointment every 2 weeks to get her nails done. So she misses the 3 on Thursday. Okay, so Beverly and Terry, and hi, Pat. I'm glad that you are on today. Since you missed it, I will go back over it real quick. Mark your calendars for July 6th because they are coming out with some new online products that'll be just online exclusives. You won't see these in the catalogs anywhere. So they're going to have a Christmas set, some paper, some embellishments. They look kind of like snowflakes. And then another floral set that looks like it's called Timeless Charm. So remember, those will be only online exclusives. Okay. Then today, between now and the end of June, we have our paper share or paper sale. So all the different packs of paper that's in the annual catalog that are not the specialty packs are all 15% off. Cherie, it is so easy. I never realized how easy that never-ending card was. I was always intimidated by it, but it was fairly easy. So that's a good deal if you find that you like a particular paper pack. All right, so today we are going to work with a couple of different paper packs. Well, one we worked with last week, but I just loved it, and it worked out so well for the card that I was going to make. So today we are making a card using the Masterfully Made paper. Okay, so this is one of the pieces of paper that comes in it, and it's all roses, and it has writing at the top and all of that. Now, I'm going to be quite honest with you. This is not one of my favorite paper packs. However, there are things that you can use with it, that you can do with it. We just might have to think outside the box. And if you did my paper share, this would be a great one for that paper share, because you only get 2 pieces of each one. So it's not like you have a whole pack of 12 by 12 that you got to figure out with. Okay. So this is just a real simple card, but you can dress it up or leave it plain. And I did do something that I don't normally do, but like I said, I wasn't real thrilled with this paper, and I thought I want to use it up. So I'm just digging out all my bits here that we have to use, and I'll show you what I did with it. So I covered an envelope. I had a piece that was just the right size left over after cutting my 2-inch piece, and so I just put it on the back of my envelope, and I thought that works well. So I don't have any more of this paper because I've used both sheets now for today's cards. All right, so you have your regular card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5. This is Sweet Sorbet, and that is one of the colors that goes with the this paper pack. I'm turning off my phone, and hopefully I won't get a call that I've been waiting for all day. It'll vibrate if it does. But I decided that I just thought it looked too plain, so I wanted to dress it up a little bit. So I ran it through one of the embossing folders, the 3 basic embossing folders that's on online exclusive. And this one is the hatched or the thatched or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know if you can really see that on camera or not, but it just makes kind of like a woven, you can hear it. Anyway, I thought, well, let's try that, and it might dress that card up a little bit. I'm also going to be using Pretty Peacock, and I've already die cut my circle out of the center piece that we're going to lay on the inside. That way I didn't have to waste any paper, so I just die cut my circle, and these are from the Stylish Shape dies, which I love that set of dies. And then we have a piece of 3 3/4 by 5-inch piece of white. We have a piece of 2-inch by 5.5-inch piece of our paper. And then I have 2 strips, and this paper came in where these pieces were like at the top of this. I guess I cut it all off. Anyway, so this is just 1/4 of a piece of paper that was from that 6x6 that I worked with. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So really easy, real simple. We're going to get this one put together. I'm going to give it a nice crease with my bone folder. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my florals, my little roses and all of that. And we're going to put it not quite to the bottom, but leaving about a 3/4 inch border at the bottom. So, did everybody have a good Memorial Day? I hope everybody stayed safe. Like I said, we pretty much stayed close to the house. Monday night, though, we did take Audrey to Randy's for ice cream because she had wanted to go Friday night, and we said absolutely not. There was no way we were going to get out on a Friday night for the holiday. And I'm just kind of using my grid paper to line up and make sure that it was good. I know the restaurant that we go to on Wednesday nights, because they have really great hamburgers and they're half price, Roxy's. They ran out of French fries, as well as the other restaurants, the Cave, and I think the same owner has Redheads. I don't quote me on that because I'm not for sure, but they ran out of French fries, and seemed like a lot of people around. Okay, so now there are words on this, and so you want to make sure that you place it so that they're going to read right. So you decorated 9 cemeteries, huh, Beverly? That's a lot. So I'm just going to lay one piece on the top, and then I'm going to lay the other piece on the bottom. Yeah, I didn't hear if there was any boating fatalities this weekend. I know that there was some accidents. And I'm looking to make sure, I want to make sure that I have the printing right side up. And I do like using the glue on this because I can shift it around. So we'll lay this piece down here, and you butt it right up to that pattern paper that you've got. And we'll take my sticky scissors that probably need to be cleaned and trim off those little ends. I could have cut them down to the 5.5, but sometimes if I cut it, it might be just a tad too short. So I'd rather wait and just trim them off at the end. All right, so we have that done. Let's go ahead and get our stamping done. I made this on the inside. It says, wishing you everything wonderful. This was just a piece of the scrap where I had cut off some of that wording that I put on the front. So we're going to get this, and where it is. Oh, I found my pad to stamp on. And I'm just putting on the inside, wishing you everything wonderful. So it could be a birthday card, or it could just be a card to say, hey, I'm glad everything's going great for you. Okay. And I am stamping in Pretty Peacock. That is one of the colors that is in this paper pack. That's how I get most of my color combinations, is I take it from what the paper pack says, the different colors that are in there. So there is my wishing you everything wonderful. Now I know, am I not in it? I have lost a piece of paper. Let's see if I'm going to have enough if I do this. Nope. Okay. It must have been, I must have stuck it back, but I will lay down a piece of the designer paper on the inside of the card so that it kind of matches the outside. So we're going to go ahead and attach this to the inside layer. I don't always put layers on my inside, but since the outside doesn't really have any layers, I decided to go ahead and put a layer on the inside. And you might think, well, why did you use Sweet Sorbet for this card base? Well, it just so happens that Sweet Sorbet is in these flowers. So that's why Sweet Sorbet was used. And I want your honest opinions, ladies. What do you think of this paper? Like, dislike? Is it kind of like that red camouflage that we had a couple of years ago? in our Christmas paper that I thought was like ugliest paper around. This is not this particular design of paper is not my favorite. Okay, there's some in there that I do like. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and stamp, and I think I've lost my little white circle too. Where is my circle? I had it because I had everything ready. Everything ready. Is it in my box? Yep, there's my little circle, but my little scrap piece of paper's not in here. So we'll have to add that later for you. So on the front of this, I just stamped again in my Pretty Peacock. I love this color. Just for you. And this is out of one of the other, another stamp set. I like to mix and match my, am I in camera? Mm-hmm. Good, because I just stamped that down and don't know if it's even or not. So there's that. We're going to close up this ink. Attach this. Now, if you wanted to, you could put the small circle up on dimensionals, but I didn't think that I needed double dimensionals. We are going to pop the big circle on dimensionals. Okay. Now I'm going to take some twine, some of the linen thread, and I'm going to wrap it around twice. And I didn't get to tie a bow on mine because I didn't give myself enough twine, but we will attempt. Yeah, and that's true, Cherie, that the computers don't give the true colors. Yeah, Terry, this would not be my first choice of paper packs. But like I said, if you got the paper share, you only got a quarter of the pack. And so it's not like you're going to be stuck with doing tons of cards with it. Going to get my handy dandy tweezers out in case my, all right, because I need a third hand to hold my knot. Okay. And I heard from another demonstrator that if you tie your bows upside down, then your little tails will go in the direction that you want them to be, which is pointing down. So, yep, that didn't work out so good.
And that's why you just tied a knot.
Well, I tied a knot on mine because I didn't leave enough. I have plenty. It's just I have to get it pulled through and not drop one of them in the process. Oh, looky there. I found glasses. They're going to help me see. Yes, of course. And of course, today was the day that I decided to wake up at 3 o'clock again this morning. I don't know why that happens on Thursdays. Good news is, I do think I have an appointment with Dr. Poole this weekend. Because with as hot as the temperatures have been, the water temp should be nice. Audrey was in it last weekend, but it was still a little too chilly for me. Well, Susie Bell, let's see what's going on here. I can do this. I know I can. I have faith in myself, and I know you all have faith in me. So we're going to just start all over again. And bring our third arm stuck to my glue bottle. Come on, come down there where it'll reach, and then I can move you up. Well, we had some excitement this afternoon. Freaked Dorothy and I out. There was a snake under one of our trees, and it was eating a baby bird. or a little bird. I mean, it wasn't an adult bird. Well, it was close to the driveway. And I've had one experience with a black snake in my house and don't care to live that again. So we called Gilbert and we said, get rid of the snake. Well, he tried to pick it up, but the silly snake decided to go up the tree or up in the bush. And it's like, oh, now it's too close to the well house. It's too close to Dorothy's car. And it's like, come on, you silly snake. So Dorothy said, shoot it, get the gun, shoot it. And Gilbert says, I'm not killing a black snake. And we're going, I don't care what kind of a snake it is, just shoot it. Well, I know that we can't shoot black snakes. I mean, Chuck would have had a cow. So he went in and he got his little pistol. And he's like, what did you call him? Jesse James. Except he doesn't have the aim of Jesse James.
No, he doesn't.
But I guess he was getting what he wasn't wanting to kill it. He was just shooting into the ground to get it to wander on off into the woods. So that happened. Well, then a little while later, I was going to go outside, and there was this baby bird on my porch right by my front door. And it was like, are you kidding me? All right, so we called Gilbert again and said, come get this bird off the porch. It's hurt, and we have no idea how it got up there because I don't think the poor thing could fly. So he must have hopped up the ramp. But the mama and the daddy bird were just going El Crazo. So Gilbert got the bird off the porch. All right, so now I'm just going to lay this down here like so. That's going to keep that twine in place. Open it up, and we have wishing you everything wonderful. And now the last thing is I want to put some gems on here. And where did I put? Oh, there they are. These are the Tinsel Gems 4-pack. And they come with the Lemon Lolly, the Bubble Bath, Blueberry Bushel, and Pretty Peacock. Now, not sure how they get Pretty Peacock out of this. It's a green to me. But anyway, we're going to say they're Pretty Peacock. So we're going to put one up here in the corner. That's a big one. And then I'm just going to put two small ones. One here underneath it. Yeah, so when Dorothy and when I got this card done and shared it with Dorothy, she goes, that is ugly. She's made up a new word, but I can't use that word. So there is that card. Nice. Okay, it's not really a nice word, but it can be if you don't know what you're saying. All right. So while it's okay, and I will send my card to someone, it's just not me. But now let me show you. And if you win these cards, I'm going to send you a piece of paper that you will be able to cover the back of your envelope if you don't like this paper as much as I do and you want to get rid of it. Okay. So that is card number 1. But now let me show you what I did with a full sheet that had nothing but roses on it. So years ago, my sister made us all bulletin boards, and they were cork boards, and she covered them with fabric, and then she put ribbon, like I have the paper here, and she put buttons in all the little crossovers. So I thought, okay, well, I will take that piece that's all roses, and I will make a lattice type card like this. Now it does use 23 gems, but I used discontinued ones. And then I did 2 small little sentiments and tucked them in there like this was a bulletin board. So let me know what you think about this one. Okay, so that one's just a bonus one today. I'm not making it. It takes too much time to put the, I have to cut all of the mini dimensionals in half and yada yada. So no, we don't have time for that today. All right, let's take a little break here, and I want to share with you some cards that I've received from some of my customers. Dorothy, I have another one up there that's underneath that. Would you give it to me? You like which one better, Cherie? You like this one?
This one?
Yeah, check out. Okay, so this is from my friend Sterling down in Tampa, Florida. So she's basically using discontinued products, but she made this, and I thought it was very sweet of her to send this card to me. And I love this green paper. It was so pretty when when we had it in our catalog. So I really like this card. So Sterling sent me this with a nice little note in it. And she's gonna be up here in June, so I'm hoping that we can get some cards done. Then today I received this card in the mail from one of the demonstrators in Kansas City that Dorothy and I went to that 2 weeks ago, and we helped out. We helped set up stuff and all of that. So she sent me this really pretty card. And then my sweet friend Cherie did the technique that I showed last week. And Cherie, what colored paper is this that you used? Dorothy and I were debating, and I can't figure out what color paper it is. But she did the gold leafing with the adhesive sheet, and then she used the gold twine on the card. So thank you very much, Cherie. I appreciate that.
I think you have to go back because we said something. If you use the technique and show us your card.
I don't know. You'll have to go back and watch the video. Dorothy's going to go back and check and see if I owe somebody a prize because they used the technique. And Cherie, you don't know what color paper this is? Thanks a lot, girlfriend, because I really like that. That really goes well with that gold. Okay, now this is not a homemade card, but it was sent with love. And I got this from Beverly, thanking me for the cards that I'd made for her. And I feel very privileged that she has sent 2 of my cards over to England. So my artwork is now overseas. So that makes me kind of feel good. So Beverly, thank you very much for my thank you card. It always is nice to receive happy mail when sometimes you're feeling kind of down. And it's not that I'm feeling kind of down, I'm just feeling kind of tired. All right, my next card. Now, I do like this card, and I used the same paper that I did last week for one of the cards. It was that Delightfully Eclectic, but I used the striped paper. So this is the card. This is the second card that I made today. And I'm using that set. I've hidden it over here. In the Moment, because it's still a current stamp set. And I didn't want to color her in. I just wanted to leave her navy blue on the card. So I used navy blue, the striped paper, bubble bath, and then on the inside, I used a piece of the scrap that we had left over. So let's put this card together. And I do have all the pieces to this one. I don't know what happened to the other one. So this paper pack has got lots of different possibilities in it. It is one of the more expensive ones. So if you do want to get it on the paper sale, you'll want to. It's going to be $25.50. It's normally $30. But you get like 48 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. So it's like twice as much as what you normally get. So I have a blue, navy blue, or Night of Navy card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have my piece of white that is 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. I have my designer series paper that is matted at 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of the bubble bath, and that is 4 by, and I think this is like 3/4 of an inch, if I'm not mistaken. I picked up my ruler and I didn't put it back. Nope, it's an inch. So an inch by 2, 3, 4 inches. Okay. Then I've got a piece of basic white, and this one measures at, I had these all wrote down someplace, and I don't know what I did with them. These are 2, this one is 2, and actually I think my grid paper is off a little bit. This one measures at 2 3/8 by 3.5. Have you ever noticed that not all rulers read alike? I have. I don't know why, but anyway, there's my ruler. I'd rather measure with my ruler. So this is 2.5 by 3 1/4. And then this is 3 by 2 1/4. And this is what we're going to stamp our image on. And then we have, this is from the Radiating Dies. And this is a really cool set. And it's also one that is online exclusive. So if you want this set, it's a cool set. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, I thought maybe Daisy was right behind me, but she's not. But the Radiating Dies, the Radiating Stitches dies, here's the different dies that it comes with. So you have a big frame and then 2 smaller frames. You have 2 size circles and then a heart. And they have like the long stitching around them. We're going to be using this, well, we're going to be using these 3 frames next week in our class for our daisies. Is it next week? It is. It is next week, ladies.
Oh my goodness.
Our daisy class is a week from Saturday. And I think I've already started feeling older. I know I have. All right, so I am going to do all the stamping in Night of Navy. I thought it just looked clean and fresh that way. And so I am just putting on here my friend. And then on the inside piece, I am going to put, that is not what I'm going to put. It's because I had the wrong one. Relax, or sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. And I feel that. Okay, so we're going to stick this up here. Okay, and I don't know where that one was for. Oh, that one was for my, just for you, my other card. Okay, now our little gal here reading the book, she doesn't quite fit all the way on our piece of paper, but most of her does. Okay, we're just cutting off maybe a little bit of a blanket or one of her pillows or something. So most of her does fit. So let's see if I can get her lined up pretty straight here. Looks good. So we are done with our ink. I will clean those stamps here in just a second. All right, let's assemble this card. The first thing we're going to do is find my glue. We're going to attach our image to our Knight of Navy. And this was just a sketch that I went out and I was looking. Y'all don't think it happens, but it does. Sometimes I just get to where it's like, I don't know what kind of card to make. I don't know what to create. So sometimes even I have to go out and look at ideas. And so I like to look at sketches because it gives me an idea on how to place the paper, and I can then make it with any papers that I want. If you all remember when I first started, we used to do a weekly sketch challenge, and everybody was challenged to do a card, and I gave you all a sketch, a picture of a sketch. I don't want that white on there, so I'm going to move that over just a tad. Get that back up there in the camera, silly. Okay, so we've laid down our inside piece. Press off some of that excess glue so it doesn't get all over my scissors. We're going to just trim off that excess. Still didn't get as straight as I wanted it to on the bottom. I don't think that's going to matter much, but it would bother me, so I'm going to trim it off because there's not even an eighth of an inch overhang. All right, so that one's done to go on the inside. Let's go ahead and lay down. See over here, this is pretzels. So that would even have been cute for her laying in bed and eating pretzels. I have just really fallen in love with the colors that they got this year. The Pretty Peacock and the Lost Lagoon and the Bubble Bath and the Lemon Lolly. Those are just, I just love those colors, and the combinations of them are so pretty. I had to tell myself today, no, you got to think outside the box. You got to do something different besides just the same old colors. All right. Now here again, I'm not placing my little stripe or my little strip of paper exactly in the center. It's more towards the bottom. Where do you think you're going, Missy? Oh. The assistant designed a card early this week, and she says, there's one card for 3 on Thursday. I said, okay. So long about Tuesday, she said, I'm teaching this card. I said, go for it. You are most certainly welcome to. So I think she really likes teaching the cards. She just doesn't want to admit it. I do, however, like my grid mat, let go, to line up side to side when I see my bold lines. So there's that. Except that doesn't look very straight. That looks a little crooked to me. So let's get this brought up here. And it's not like it's really that crooked, but it is crooked to me. So I'm going to stretch that paper. Have you ever heard of stretching paper? I stretch paper. All right, and most of that's going to get covered up anyway, so that's not a big deal. All right, now we're going to lay our girl down here. And you could use dimensionals if you'd want. Okay, so out of the 2 cards that I've made so far, which one do you like the best? See if we're running on the same track the same mind track. Now I've lost my little circle. There it is. This I am going to put up on dimensionals.
So where'd you find my friend out of?
My friend. Oh, it's, I don't know. It's one of these stamp sets. I don't remember. That's what happens. I start using all different kinds of greeting stamps, and I don't remember where I get what out of till I start putting them away because I've left them all laying on my desk. So there is, and this just goes up here in the upper left-hand corner, my friend. Oh, so the other thing that's exciting that happened this week, see, we have a very boring life, but Chuck broke his phone. So he had to get a new phone. We have insurance on them, but they still charge us quite a bit to get a replacement phone. It was $250. It's like, can't you be more careful? I have, where's the piece of wood?
Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
I have not
used
the insurance, but Noah and Gilbert and Chuck have. No, what's in common there, ladies?
Dad's used it a couple times.
No, I think so too. All right, so there is my second card for you. Okay, let me move all of my stuff out of the way because I've got ink on some of these stamps, and then it'll be Dorothy's turn. You could definitely color it in, Terry. I just opted not to, just because I didn't want to take the time to today. Speaking of which, Chuck just got home, so that's why you heard the dogs barking. They went crazy when the FedEx man came, and I was in the other room, and I thought, what are they barking for? Because they just did not shut up. And then I came out, and I seen the package on the porch. I mean, everybody just leaves a phone sitting outside on the porch, right?
Well, they don't know what's in the package.
Well, no, I guess they don't, but you would have thought I would have had to sign for it. All right, let me move all my stuff, ladies, so that Miss Queen Bee over here doesn't say that I'm in her way. Yes, and I do like the colors. I love navy. I love the Night of Navy anyway, but then with that stripe, it just really kind of pops that stripe. So that set I do like. I do like that set of paper a lot. I mean, there's some that I don't like, but the other side I do.
I still think the paper's ugly.
Not that paper.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Delightfully Eclectic.
Oh, that's not good.
All right, we are switching places. Get ready to be wowed, ladies. Ow. I can't hardly get up. I'm so old. She's using lots of colors.
Okay, we are going to make a carousel card today. And sending you a hug. Handmade hug. That's our card today. I'm using Lemon Lolly, Berry Burst, Misty Moonlight, and Bubble Bath. Thought these colors was kind of cool together. All right, so the stamp sets that we're using today are, of course, the carousel horses. I've got the Sending You a Handmade Hug from the Crafting with You set, and the little hello that came from the Wonderful Thoughts stamps and dies. Here's the dies. And we're going to use the beautifully bright and beautiful DSP paper. It's that one that looks like birthdays and stuff all on it. And we're also using the deckled rectangle dies. I have gone ahead and cut everything out to speed things along. There's all of our guts. There's our pretty
Pieces, not guts.
our guts.
All of our pieces.
Guts. Okay, let's stamp our carousel horses. And we are going to stamp one. There's two different carousel horses. One has a head going up, and one has the head going down. Oh, I also used Pebbled Path for my outline of my horses. So I second-genned that so it wasn't dark. It kind of gave it that soft look. Sometimes black gets too dark. Our little guy down here. Am I in the thing?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if they're crooked, because a carousel, you go up and down. That's what I liked about mine, was it wasn't perfect. Because you want the illusion of them going up and down. Oh, I did this wrong. See, I did it wrong. So guess what? We're done.
We are not done. You have to flip it over.
I can't. It's deckled rectangle.
Oh, well then go.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work.
She tries to give up too easily, and I won't let her.
She's not very talkative today, girls.
She's not. She's got an anniversary coming up, though.
I do.
Her anniversary Saturday.
7 years. 7 long, wonderful years of marital bliss. Okay, close that up real quick. Now, okay, the horses, you put the horses together, it's kind of tricky, ladies. Let's go ahead and do the decorative saddle, the saddle part. What I found was helpful was if I laid my stamp down and kind of lined it up where it should be, and then put it on my block. Then it gave me the angle of the horse. And I used Lemon Lolly. I did not stamp off because stamped off Lemon Lolly is too light. I'm bringing this out of camera so I can see what I'm doing. Well, it's really tiny, and you gotta get it in there. See how I got it in there? And I recommend you line up the bottom, the straps on your saddle to the straps on your horse. Okay. Now the hair was kind of different.
The mane.
And there's two different manes. One for the horse that has the hair in the front, and one that's got flip flip going. So this is my horse hair in the front. I'm going to do one of them in Misty Moonlight, and I stamped off Misty Moonlight, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, I stamped off my Misty Moonlight. And then I added Wink of Stella. Because every carousel horse needs Wink of Stella. Just kind of line it up, and you can kind of see where it is. And it does not have to be perfect, ladies, so don't think that it does.
Daisy, down. Down.
I'm going to try to fix that one.
Stop it. Lay down.
There we go.
Where's your bone? Go find your bone.
All right.
You can't bother Mom. Hey.
Stop, Days.
Come on. Let's go out.
Then I used Berry Burst, I believe. No. I think I used Bubble Bath on my other mane. Let me see here. And then I Wink of Stella over it. Yep. And I Wink of Stella over it, girls. Mom just took Daisy out because Daisy was wanting my attention. And she kept flicking my arm while I was trying to stamp. Oh, my Daisy. She's something else, that's for sure. I then took my water pen, my water brush, and I got a little bit of ink on a block. I'll show you. I took and got some Misty Moonlight, and you don't need a whole lot, just enough to be able to paint with it. And I put some, I started my brush, I got my painter brush, pulled some of it away. Okay, and then for my pink horse, I colored in the tails ponytail holder for all I don't know what else to call it. Then I just kind of brushed some off and colored in the carousel stick. Gave it some color. Not too dark. Just kind of give it a little color. So Gilbert and I are going to go have a fancy dinner Saturday. We're going to go to, last year we went and had JB Hooks because we had gotten a coupon or a gift card from a gal that he worked with that stops in his shop. And so we liked it so much, we said that that's where we were going to go again this year. So I made us reservations because I don't like to not go somewhere and not have a reservation and be, oh, we're sorry, we're full. So I made us our reservation the other day. We're looking forward to it. We're going to get our hair cut tomorrow. He's getting his cut. I'm getting mine trimmed up a little bit. Well, congratulations, Beverly. How many years have you been married? I've been married for 7. 7 wonderful years. I think anniversaries are special because it shows that you can do a lot with somebody for so many years. I think mom and dad are going to be married 20 years later this month.
55.
Wow.
Congratulations. If I added all mine up, I would have been married that long. Next May would have been your 50th, Cherie. Wow. Let's see, I think
Grandma's would have been
mom's would have been 60.
No. 50 when I got married the first time.
Yeah, but we made the 65th anniversary party, and that turned into his memorial.
Was it the
Or was
60?
it 60?
It was 60.
I don't know. They got married in 1957.
Okay, now I'm going to add some Winkostella. I'm going to Winkostella his feet up here. All carousel horses have to have a little Winkostella going on. You're not breaking in another one? That's what Grandma says. She's done. I told Gilbert, I said, if anything ever happens to you, that's it. I'm not doing it again.
Mom would have been married 66 years.
That's what I thought. It's still a long time.
Daisy has not had her playtime today. She thinks it's time for me to go out and play ball with her.
And girls, I'm just Winkostelling this just random stuff on the horses just to give it some sparkle. Like I said, there is no rhyme or reason.
You got 2 minutes to get it finished.
Okay. 2 minutes? Girl, shoot. You go over all the time. I should at least get another 5. Because I messed up. I got 5. All right, ladies. Symbol time. I took the paper, decal rectangled it out. Use that center part for something else. I'm just gluing it down here. Make sure my card's opening right.
Sit.
Daisy is just
Place.
all
She wants
nuts
to play
today.
ball. You're not going to. No.
Not yet, Daisy.
You have to wait. Be patient.
She thinks if it's in her, it's got to be in her time.
No.
You have to do it in her time frame. Okay.
By cutting out your die from the center of your designer paper, it saves on paper, ladies. Sometimes I don't care and sometimes I do. Depends on what it is.
Probably because she's eating something again.
No, it's that antler.
And here's my little hello. We're going to pop our little hello up. Sticking it over here on the side. Add I'm using the 2024 in color pearls. I thought those were really pretty for it. Just kind of randomly putting down my rule of odd numbers in a triangle. Supposedly putting stuff in a triangle is aesthetic. Eye appealing.
Get down.
I don't know if it really makes a difference or not, but some say it does. So there's our front of our card. Now the middle of our card is going to use Berry Burst, and we're going to put a hug in the middle. If you've ever stamped with a service dog wanting your attention, it gets very nerve-wracking. Years fly by, huh, Beverly? Well, I hope so. I have a scrap piece of what I used from the front when I cut it. So I'll just use that. Put that at the bottom. I don't cut it to the same length. I just cut the strip and then I will put it down and cut later. Because a lot of times when I cut it to match the length of my inside, I always get it short, and then I get frustrated because it's short. So I just cut it off, and that little piece can be thrown away. All right. Your granddaughter would love this card. I like carousel horses. I think they're pretty cool. And then I just smack it on the inside, ladies. There you go, my friends. There's our card. Clean up my mess over here. And I'll bring in the other cards as soon as I find where Mom stuck them.
That one.
This one.
And this one.
And our special one. It's so special. Okay, ladies, which card do you guys like the best? That's our cards for this week. Remember, we've got coffee and chat coming up on the 9th, which is next Friday. The Daisy class is on the 10th. Card class is the following week. Got lots of stuff coming up. Oh, and somewhere in between there, I'm supposed to mow the grass. Cherie likes 2, 3, and 1, huh? Cool beaners.
Beverly likes them all. Terry, are you still with us? Or did you get... I'm showing 6 people, so who's not commented? Pat hasn't commented since the very beginning when she got on.
I think Grandma fell asleep.
She might have. Terry, I don't know. I haven't seen any comments from you.
Well, anyway, ladies, that's our time for today. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys again next week for some more fun cards.
Bye, everybody. Bye.